Hey there. So you're thinking about a career as a hairdresser.
Always loved messing with hair.
That's awesome. We've got your source material right here, ready to give you the deep dive on what it really takes to succeed in the salon scene. From the looks of it, we've got the usual suspects,
Let me guess.
a career guide, some job hunting tools, but get this, there's even some AI in the mix.
Oh, AI for hairdressing.
Yeah,
It's fascinating how technology is shaking up even traditional fields like hairdressing.
right.
We'll definitely dig into the AI angle a bit later. It's not just about algorithms and data, it's about how those tools can actually give you a competitive edge as a stylist.
Okay, let's unpack this. The guide kicks off with the basics.
Hmm.
What does a hairdresser actually DO all day?
Hmm.
And it's more than just snipping away, right? I mean, they're using words like transforming, crafting, even boosting confidence.
Yeah, it sounds more like therapy than hairdressing.
Sounds like a pretty powerful gig.
It highlights the dual nature of the role. You're an artist, A&D, and entrepreneur.
Oh, interesting.
Think about it. You're using your creativity to give someone a whole new look, but you're also managing client relationships, staying on top of trends. It's that blend of technical skill and people skills that makes this career so interesting.
It's like being a hair therapist in a way. You're
Yeah.
not just styling hair. You're helping people feel good about themselves.
Exactly. And that client interaction is key. Our sources describe the typical salon environment as fast-paced, high energy, and definitely demanding. Think long hours on your feet, working with sharp tools, managing multiple appointments. It's not for the faint of heart.
Definitely sounds like you need stamina, A&D, a passion for the craft. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the crowded salon.
Oh, here we go.
The guide mentions a saturated job market more than once.
That's putting it lightly.
Is that hairdresser code for brace yourself? It's a jungle out there.
It's definitely a competitive field, but that just means you need a solid game plan.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that the guide doesn't just dwell on the challenges, it emphasizes the importance of building a personal brand.
Well, that's huge EE these days, right?
Yeah.
Like even my dog walker has an Instagram account.
Right.
But what does that actually look like for a hairdresser? Is it all about before and after pics on social media?
It's definitely part of it. Building an online portfolio, showcasing your unique style, maybe even collaborating with local influencers. Those are all smart moves. But it goes beyond that. Think about what makes you stand out. Do you specialize in a certain type of hair or technique? Are you known for your color expertise or your knack for creating edgy cuts?
So it's about finding your niche, owning it, and then shouting it from the rooftops. Or at least from your salon chair.
Precisely. And that's where things get really interesting. The guide actually maps out a potential career path for aspiring hairdressers, starting with,
Wait, there are career stages? I thought it was just get hired at a salon, cut hair, repeat.
oh, there's so much more to it than that. Think of it like leveling up in a video game. You start as a junior stylist, assisting more experienced stylists, learning the ropes. Then, as you gain experience and build your clientele, you might move up to a senior stylist position, eventually maybe even managing your own team or opening your own salon.
Wow. From apprentice to salon mogul. The guide actually includes examples of these different roles, which is super helpful. It gives a real sense of the possibilities and the hustle it takes to get there. I notice it mentions a lot about dedication, ongoing training, and keeping your skills sharp.
Absolutely. The industry is constantly evolving, new trends, new products, new techniques.
It's like fashion always changing, always pushing the boundaries.
Yeah,
No wonder they say a great hairdresser never stops learning.
exactly. And that's where technology comes back into play. Remember that AI angle we mentioned?
Yeah.
Well, our source material from RoleCatcher dives deep into how it's changing the game for job seekers and seasoned professionals.
Yeah, RoleCatcher. Honestly, at first glance, I thought it was just another career guide.
Yeah,
But this is next level stuff.
for sure.
Job boards, resume analysis, even interview prep.
And this is where it gets really interesting. RoleCatcher uses AI to analyze job postings and identify the specific skills employers are looking for.
Really?
Yeah, it's like having a secret decoder ring for job descriptions.
So instead of just hoping your resume has the right keywords,
Mm.
RoleCatcher's like, hold my coffee, I got this.
Exactly.
It's like giving aspiring hairdressers a superpower for the job hunt.
Exactly. And it can help you identify potential skills gaps you might not even realize you have. For instance, maybe a salon is looking for someone who's comfortable with digital marketing or social media management.
Wow.
RoleCatcher can highlight those areas and suggest resources for you to beef up your skill set.
That's brilliant. And speaking of skill sets, the interview prep section in our career guide was intense. They even had questions about handling difficult clients.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, what do you do when someone wants a perm that would make their hair stand on end? Do you just smile and grab the curling iron?
That's where those people skills we talked about become essential.
Right.
The guide touches on this, but it's worth emphasizing being a great hairdresser is about so much more than just technical expertise. You need emotional intelligence, empathy, and the ability to communicate effectively even in challenging situations.
It's like being a stylist, a therapist, and a diplomat all rolled into one.
Exactly. It's about managing expectations, offering alternatives, and sometimes gently guiding someone towards a look that will actually work for them.
Right.
The guide doesn't really delve into this, but think about it. A client sits down in your chair.
Yeah.
They're nervous, they're excited, they're maybe even a little unsure of themselves. They're entrusting you with their image, and that's a big deal.
It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
You're not just cutting hair, you're shaping someone's confidence, their self-esteem.
Absolutely.
It makes you wonder, do salons actively look for those qualities during the hiring process?
That's a great question, and it's something that our source material doesn't explicitly address. It focuses heavily on the technical skills, which is obviously important. But what about those intangible qualities that make a hairdresser truly exceptional?
Right. Like, how do you measure someone's ability to make a client feel heard, understood, and ultimately amazing about themselves? It's not like there's a certification exam for empathy and charm.
Right.
Right. Or is there?
Maybe there should be. It's something to think about as you're navigating your own career path. The technical skills are a given, but those softer skills, those interpersonal nuances, they can be the difference between a good hairdresser and a truly great one.
It's about that connection, that trust you build with your clients.
Yeah.
It's about making them feel like $1 million, even if they just walked in for a trim. It's that extra something that keeps clients coming back for more, right? Not just a new hairstyle, but that feeling they get when they're in your chair.
Absolutely. It makes you wonder if aspiring hairdressers should be thinking beyond just acing their technical exams. What about seeking out mentors who can teach them the art of client interaction or workshops on building confidence and communication skills?
That's such a good point. It's like you can master the perfect balayage, but if you can't connect with your client on a personal level, they might just walk out feeling like a walking hair color chart.
And that brings us back to something we touched upon earlier, the financial aspect of this career path. The guide mentions a saturated job market, but what does that mean for your earning potential? It's one thing to be passionate about hairdressing, but you also need to make a living, right?
Right. So spill the tea. What's the deal with salaries, commissions, tips? How does a hairdresser actually build a sustainable income?
Well, it varies depending on factors like location experience and the type of salon you work in. But generally, hairdressers earn a combination of hourly wages and commissions on the services they provide. Tips are also a significant part of the equation, which again highlights the importance of those client relationships.
It's like that saying, people don't remember what you said, they remember how you made them feel. If you can nail that amazing haircut A&D, that positive, uplifting experience, chances are those tips will reflect that.
Exactly. And as you progress in your career, you might even have the opportunity to rent a chair in a salon, giving you more autonomy and potentially higher earning potential. Some hairdressers even go on to open their own salons, which adds a whole other layer of business management skills to the mix.
Wow, so we're talking about a career with serious growth potential, huh? From stylist to salon owner, the possibilities are pretty incredible. But it all comes back to that passion, that drive to constantly learn and evolve.
Absolutely. The beauty of this profession is that it's never stagnant. There are always new trends, to master new techniques, to learn new ways to push your creativity. And who knows, maybe someday we'll have AI assistants helping us create those show-stopping styles.
Now that's the future I can get behind. Imagine an AI that can analyze your hair, type, face shape, and personal style to suggest the perfect cut and color. It's like having a personal stylist in the cloud.
The possibilities are endless. But for now, the key takeaway is this. If you're passionate about hairdressing, don't let the challenges deter you. Embrace the artistry, hone your skills, nurture those client relationships, and remember, in this industry, you're not just styling hair, you're shaping confidence one strand at a time.
Beautifully said. And there you have it, folks. Your dunk dive into the world of hairdressing. We've covered the technical skills, the business savvy, and that all-important human touch. Now it's your turn to grab your shears and create your own success story. Until next time, stay curious.